Time for another episode of WYPIPO. On this episode of WYPIPO, we're going to discuss why exactly some white people grow up to end up getting beat up all over Lil Duval's internet. It starts with the parents. Let's examine. What's this, Halloween? Everybody all dressed up, got their little costumes. You little son of a bastards. Okay, let's take little Jake here. Okay, little Jake, he's Trump for Halloween. You know, got the super big tie, got the dumbass hat, got a little white power symbol. You know, got his little costume going. Ooh, you lucky you a picture, Jake. You lucky you a picture, Jake. He was taught this. This motherfucker don't know who Trump. What? He don't know nothing. He is being taught this. Okay? Now, let's see what happens to little Jake when he gets a little bit older.
You're the freaking guy, bro. Bro, come on.
See, first of all, you don't push. You don't push.
Wasn't it disorder?
Jake, it ain't going.
Bro, are you serious? Bro, I'm not even gonna say the N-word. What? Fucking black guy.
Boom! And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. The reason the ice cream machine at McDonald's is always broken because it got a dent in it from Jake's back. It's hard for me to feel sorry for you, Jake. Ugh. Shouldn't have. What? Oh, Lord. Street justice. Now, let's take a look at Brett here. Okay? Brett here is apparently supposed to be President Obama. Locked up like he's in a fucking chain gang. And, of course, couldn't come through without the blackface. You a picture, boy. You a picture. Oh, boy. Okay. Now, again, he is being taught this. Okay? Okay? This comes from the home, you know what I'm saying? Now, he grows up with this mentality that he can do this kind of shit. Okay? Now let me explain something before we go on. I'm not with the violence. You understand? I'm really not. But even more so, I ain't really with the fuck shit. And that's what's about to take place up in here. Okay, let's look at Brett. What happens to little Brett when he gets older with this mentality? See? Brett, Now, let's just, okay, let's just stop for a second. Round of applause to all the upstanding black folks who really was just like, you know what, I'm gonna let this dude just be crazy. Big ups to y'all, cause y'all really make us look good.
You better not. Fucking nigger ass motherfuckers, get the fuck out of my way.
A few moments later.
Boom! You see, that's what happens. That's what happened. Look at him. Look at you, Brett. Now you all bent down in the shrimp fetal position. Look at you. Look at you. Get your sandwich took and everything. The whole reason you went up in there was to get you some of that delicious chicken, huh? And you got it took because you was acting stupid. You see, man, Brett, yeah. Y'all gonna learn. We not our grandparents, man. Everybody ain't with that stupid stuff. I told you the fuck shit ain't it. I told you, man. And last, but of course not least, because I think they're all least, they suck. But you got little Margaret here. Now I understand Margaret is an 87-year-old name and this girl's like 10. It's not my fault. Why, people? But little Margaret here is Hillary Clinton, again, locked up for whatever crimes. Whatever. Because I'm gonna keep it real with you. Donald Trump is trash. You dig? But Hillary, you could throw her away too. I'm not. I ain't no Hillary fan. But see, it's about the context in which this picture is taking place. So for that, I'm like, what do kids even know, bro? Kids know how to mimic. You know what I'm saying? So she gonna take this mentality, and this, I'm gonna keep it real with you. This is the most dangerous one of the three. You see, because this is a white woman. Okay? Nothing more dangerous in this country than a white woman. Okay? Now, let's see what happens when this white woman tries to use her white privilege. You know, let's just check it out. Now, before we go on, this one's a little deep. I ain't gonna hold you. This one's a little deep. So, I warned you. Margaret, let's go.
Where the phone at? Come on that way.
Hey, you in the wrong place. Hey, you in the wrong place saying the N-word, though.
See, Margaret, get out of that. Get out of that. Get out of that. Okay, listen, you know what? Let's just stop right here. Okay, let's just pause. Pause everything. Okay, because white people. Let me give you some advice. When there is a big, burly, gay black dude all up in your face, almost elbowing his homies, trying to get to you, you gotta assume that he wants all the smoke. But when a dude does what he did, leaning over the counter, puts his face up in glam position, and says, "Smack me, bitch, I want you to." When a dude says, "I want you to," that means that he wants the smoke. That means all it takes is for you to pull out a feather and tickle his nose, and it's going to be on and popping. Margaret, get out of that. Back to it.
There I go.
See?
Pull her out.
Now, she trying to tell you to get out. They trying to tell you, look, you should have left. Okay, so right here is where the inside video cuts. Now, it doesn't show what happened inside. But based on what happened outside, it seems like Margaret took that feather out and she gave him a little tickle on the nose, because she soon found out that he was with the shits. Oh, come on, man! Oh, I don't know how I feel about it. I don't know how I feel.
Damn.
Now he said, you put your hands on her. So apparently she put her hands on somebody. Whoo! And listen, okay, man, that's brutal. That was a straight WWE slam right there. You know what I'm saying? Woo! That's a tough one to watch. But you know, you can't, if you say and you do something to someone or that affects someone, that's your right. You do what you do. But you don't really have a say in how they respond. And she found out that he fights she's. Okay? Hey, man. Whew. See, now, all of this could have been avoided if them seeds of racism, ignorance, and stupidity wasn't planted in the children. Take one more good look at this fuck shit. Why, PIPO?
WYPIPO.